Now, I'm not sure if I'm the best person to stand here and tell you all how to survive the IB, because yes, it was hard work, and there were some pretty hard weeks in the programme. But I know there were people who did find it harder and who have really made much more of an achievement, say, in completing it with what they've done. But I want to share a couple of things that I think made it manageable for me. Firstly, have a goal in mind. Whether it's what you want to do after the IB, a university you want to go to, a subject you want to study, or just little goals for each subject, I think it really helps to have something that all the hard work is for. I know that this is something that really helped me. It was really quite important to me to have something that there was always a goal, a dream to be reached, something to give the work meaning. And secondly, I would say to manage your time. Now, this has been probably said a lot, but it is really true. The fact is that IB involves a lot of work, and somehow deadlines often end up being pretty close together. Keeping track of what you have to do and the time you have to do it in is just a little way of managing all the stress. To be honest, time management is probably something I should have done better. I could probably have avoided a lot of stress if I just organised myself a little more. So, there's a warning to everyone who's going to do it. Definitely organise yourself. And definitely have a way of relieving stress. Keep up with your hobbies. Make time for it. There is going to be a lot of time spent on IB, but do make enough time to have a little time to yourself, some hobbies, something that you can do to relax. Lastly, I would say enjoy it. It's a challenge, it's not impossible. As hard as it is, there are good times in IB. The old saying about having to pick two out of sleep, good grades and work, well, it's not always true. You'll get a lot out of the IB. You'll develop a lot of skills, from critical thinking to reasoning to organisation, and in some cases the ability to survive for days on a diet of caffeine. And at the end of it all, having survived the whole 2 years, you'll be able to look back and see the benefits from IB. After all, as the saying goes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
No pressure for me then. What Thomas says is very true. As you know, we have been asked to talk to you today and to inspire you, but in my opinion, the only person who can actually inspire you to do or want something is you. By this I mean that you're the ones who discover what makes you want to strive for something, whether it's wealth, excitement, or another person. Thomas and I can't tell you to look up and suddenly you're inspired. You need to look around and try new things all the time to find something that is important to you or someone who you find inspiring. For me, my inspiration is my parents. They didn't have it easy growing up, but they worked really hard and they've achieved and attained everything they've ever wanted. So I've worked hard. Obviously not as hard as those who achieved academic excellence, but I've worked hard, and I hope to one day have everything that I've ever wanted. Aside from us having inspiration to do or become great people, we need support along the way. And the expression, you don't realise how important someone is until they're gone, is really true. You should cherish the people around you, those who support you, because the good ones, they stick around through the name picking and the calling. If we take a look around us, the biggest portion of the people who inspire us are different. They don't fit into society's norm. And most of them went through high school being picked on by the norm. And if you're honest, who wants to be normal when you can be wacky, weird and wonderful? Come to school dressed up like a complete whack job. And if you're really honest, what is normal? Who and what is it? All of us have quirks. Those who are braver than most, just show them. The others haven't gotten around to doing that yet. Those of you who have idols that are actors or singers, you should look up the high school history. Most of them were picked on. But they stuck by their quirks and are now world famous. They've achieved so much, have done the most amazing things, and are very wealthy. You should not let anyone make you hide who you are. They didn't, and look where they are. When doing the IB, you need your quirky friends. They ground you to reality and help you with getting rid of the stress. And what you do to get rid of the stress is up to you. It can be absolutely anything. What some of us do is go surfing, go to the movies, go out for drinks and play pool with mates, or have the weirdest conversations about the most normal things like food or dancing or anything. The idea is about being different, being able to pick subjects that you find interesting, being able to join groups and activities, being able to create your own projects, and being to make a difference, like Anastasia and the others who've achieved the Excellent Awards. What you make of the IB and take from it is up to you. You should just remember that the whole point of the IB is to allow your difference, your quirk, to give you an advantage. The day that I felt like mine was giving me more pain than any sort of advantage, my mum was kind enough to show me a poem, and I know that most of us groan and roll our eyes when we hear the word poem, but it's a bit different. It's more like a nursery rhyme. Anyway, it made me laugh and it made me smile, so I thought some of you may enjoy it. Here's to the kids who are different, the kids who don't always get A's, the kids who have ears twice the size of their peers and noses that go on for days. Here's to the kids who are different, the kids they call crazy or dumb, the kids who don't fit with the guts and the grit who dance to a different drum. Here's to the kids who are different, the kids with the mischief streak, for when they have grown, as history has shown, it's their differences that make them unique. As I said at the beginning, I can't tell you who should inspire you. All I hope is that I've left you with enough confidence to be yourselves and to enjoy the IB and take advantage of it to the fullest. We've had the most amazing time, ups and downs here, but in the end, all of us who say we can't wait to get out of here, we're going to miss it. We're going to think back and wish we could go back and get into those little squabbles with our teachers, or have to think of how the hell am I going to fit all this into 1 week. We had a great time and most of us will miss it. So enjoy it while you're here. It goes by a lot quicker than you expect. Thank you.